Thank you so much for staying with us. You're still watching NAMIBIA Connects on this lovely Friday. Now, a work-life balance is about more than time at work and time at home. Most 9-to-5 workers, blue-collar and even students find it tough to balance out that particular equation. Now, on the line now, we're joined by academic Dr. Anna Alpheus from UNAM's Northern Campus to delve into this aspect of how to create a perfect balance that allows you to thrive on and off the clock. Very good day to you, Ms. Alpheus, Dr. Alpheus, and thank you so much for joining us today.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me.
I think most of us perhaps have a different understanding of what a work-life balance is, of course, depending on your circumstances. But how would you, of course, in broad terms, define a perfect work-life or a meaningful work-life balance? Yeah.
Thank you so much for the question. In my opinion, work-life balance is an equilibrium that an individual seeks to have between their responsibilities and their personal life. In many cases, we find that our work responsibilities take up much of our time, and then we neglect our family time as well as pursuing personal hobbies. Now, work-life balance is a process that would require us to find time for professional responsibilities, for family time, as well as time to pursue our hobbies and interests.
Absolutely. And in today's world, where we're dealing with so many pressures and so many deadlines to meet, etc., and obviously this has, great strain on our mental health. Why is it all the more important, a work-life balance, all the more important in today's society, especially looking at, how the way in which the modern society functions?
Thank you so much for the question. In as much as we need to perform at work, we still need to be healthy physically and mentally. If we don't take care of our physical health and mental health, we can have chronic stress, and overwork leads to burnout, fatigue, as well as a range of mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. If we do not balance also our life, our work responsibilities with our personal life, that will also strain our relationships with our friends, relationships with our loved ones, as well as with family, and that can lead to feelings of isolation and loneliness. Now, as human beings, we are not made to live alone. We are supposed to interact with other people, and this isolation and loneliness can also lead to other mental health issues. Again, balancing work life is important because it enhances productivity and performance at work. Taking regular breaks, engaging in leisure activities re-energizes us so that we be more focused, motivated, and creative when we return to work. Also, employers that prioritize work-life balance tend to attract and retain top talent and employees whose personal lives are considered. They tend to be more engaged at work, involved in more activities, and also stay loyal to the company.
Absolutely. Dr. Alpheus, just in your experience, what are some of the common challenges that people face in achieving a work-life balance?
Some of the challenges that we face in achieving work-life balance, such as working long hours, when our life is so centered around our professional responsibilities, we tend to work long hours so that we meet demanding job expectations, deadlines, or trying to keep up with some cultures in the organization, competition. And also, if my working environment is highly stressful, that stress can also spill over into my personal life, making it difficult to unwind and relax when I get home, to pay attention to my family or to engage in other personal care activities. So now it's normal for me to work long hours in one day or to have a stressful day at work at one occasion. However, when this becomes a cycle, which is likely the norm in higher demanding job, this is now where it becomes a problem and it becomes a challenge to achieving work-life balance. In addition, the other challenges is blurred boundaries between work and personal life. With the advent of technology nowadays, it is so easy for our work to bring our work and responsibilities into personal time.
Yeah.
When we have access to our emails, the phone, for example, or we have a work WhatsApp group. So if, for example, an employee has taken a leave and this WhatsApp group is still active, you will still be able to have a work content in your personal space. And that is where the issue of blurry boundaries now become challenge in achieving work-life balance.
Absolutely.
The other challenge, also, let's talk about professional employment as well as in personal life. That can also be another challenge. We have so many responsibilities and a lot can be required from us, be it at work and also be
I'm glad you're raising that point, Dr. Alpheus. What we're seeing this culture of, as young people would term it, having multiple streams of income. So you'd find many people, be it a young professional or middle-aged person, having a 9-to-5 job or 8-to-5 job. They would be having, another what we call side hustle as well, business of sorts, so to say. And on top of that, you perhaps have school, you perhaps have a family to take care of at home. Just what do you make of this culture of having multiple streams of income and this chase for money, so to say?
Yeah. My opinion on that point is there is nothing wrong with having multiple jobs, but the problem comes if you neglect other aspects of your life. If you neglect having time with your family, if you neglect engaging with personal care activities, these other aspects are equally important in as much as you need to make money and provide for the family.
Yeah.
So having multiple jobs, I think we do not have it, but I would just say limit the amount of time that you invest in energy that you invest into this in your professional life and invest some of your time in your personal care activities as well as having time in family. Because in as much as these other look like they are just responsibilities, they contribute to your well-being and you will be able to have the energy to hustle the next day.
Absolutely. Dr. Alpheus, any final sentiments from your last piece of advice to the Namibian nation this morning?
Yes. My last piece of advice would be for us to have a successful work-life balance. We must have good time management. Make a calendar for your activities or establish routines. Allocate time to your professional life, to your personal care activities, as well as to your family time. That will help you to keep a track and make sure that your work and personal life have reached a certain balance. Make sure that you have enough time, the good time, take time to exercise for yoga class, music classes. In a nutshell, have an outlook of how a daily schedule look like. Secondly, we need a supportive or personal environment. This I would like also to stress the communication part. Because in the adulthood world, the only thing that is between you and the next person that can give you the help that you need is proper communication.
Yeah.
If the task is difficult at work, please communicate that you need help to other colleagues, to your supervisor as well. In family, allow family members to come in your life and help you. Allow friends to come in your life and help you. The third point would be setting boundaries limiting the use of technological devices. I have alluded earlier how the use of technology now making work come into personal life. So have clear boundaries. What is your working time, and what is the time that you dedicate to your personal activities? Do not work related to notification outside working. And also, don't have emails automatically open on your phone, because that motivates the web encroaching into
Personal
your
life.
personal time. Set time
Absolutely.
schedule for social media, for example.
Very much
Then
so.
the last will be prioritizing on self-care activities if they are equally important. Have time for exercise. Make time to sleep so that you can get adequate sleep. What is your time that you go to bed, and what is the time that you wake up? And then also this time for relaxation activity, yoga classes, and practicing breathing techniques. All this can help unwind and reduce the stress that you can pick up from your working environment.
Absolutely. Dr. Alpheus, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your insights on this particular matter. Thank you once again for being with us here.
Thank you so much for having me.
There you have it, Dr. Anna Alpheus from the Department of Public Health at the University of Namibia, talking to us about the importance of a well-balanced work-life balance. Of course, it is important to make sure that, the personal time does, of course, remain as it should, and that, work does not interfere with the personal life. It is very important in that respect, and of course, just hearing there from Dr. Alpheus.